Suiliven is not only one of the most recognisable hills in Scotland, but I feel one of the most photographic. So we're going to just look into why that is. To start off, we're at Elfin Burial Ground, roughly southeast of the hill itself. I've never actually been here at this exact location before, however I was pleased to see all these rowboats just perched up, giving a nice foreground element. One of the tough parts with this location is the amount of negative space in the loch just between Suiliven and the rowboat. You can get a leading line using the shore around the left hand side, but I didn't like the beached boats on the left. I felt they were very messy looking, so I was trying to cut them out, but in doing so I lost the leading line, so it's very much just down to preference. Could leave that rowboat in, which gives you the leading line, and then just clone out. The AI these days will do a fantastic job. It just depends on your view on the whole cloning stuff out. Following the shore round to the south doesn't give you much more as far as foreground options go. There's a few small islands perched in the middle that you could use, but they're by no means anything special. I was lucky enough that the aurora popped out that night, however it did stay cloudy. Still managed to capture this, which I was really happy with, and also kept a bit of that leading line in this image as well. The rain did come on quite suddenly and heavy, you can see it just in the distance there, so we escaped back to the car and got back just in time for it to pass and the sun to come back out. Following the road east, you'll come to this unmarked lay-by, and this brings you to the south end of the loch. If you're coming down here, it is always boggy, so you're going to want a pair of boots at least. This used to be one of my top rated photo locations. There was a rowboat that was tied up at the end of this loch, and it just gave a wonderful foreground element that gave you a bit of a story, and you could get an image a little bit like this, with the sunset in the background behind Suiliven, that rowboat, and just a nice line leading you up to the hill. Definitely a favourite one that I've captured. Following round, you can get a nice house in the distance with some of the hills in the background. Quite a pleasant, simple shot. So I thought I'd spotted this boat from the first location, beached up, so there was no way I wasn't going to at least have a wee nosy at it. However, the bottom was pretty much rotted out and full of stones, making it somewhat immovable. Just sitting there, teasing away. If I could have got that into the water. You like that, don't you, bitch? With the right conditions, you could definitely get a nice telephoto shot here. And this is also usually going to be a sunset location through most of the year, where you'll get the sun going behind the mountain itself. Again, the heavens opened and we retreated back to the car. In the north side you can stop by in Suiliven car park, giving you access to this side of the hill. Here we were lucky enough to see a baby haggai, must only be a few days old, still resting up. In another few weeks it'll be running around these hills causing chaos. But anyway, we'll leave that in peace. There's plenty of foreground elements here for you to play with. These reeds caught my eye quite a bit, with the hills, that's Suiliven on the right and Canisp on the left mirroring it. I went down to the shoreline and just captured the two of them with a smaller island and some trees in the middle, just as some interest for the midground. So there's a selection of rocks just in the foreground before the reeds that I'd spotted, and I was very keen to try and get these included in the composition. I initially started with just this one in front, using the island in the middle, just having Canisp in the background with Suiliven on its side. Due to how close the rocks were, it was a 2-image focus stack, just to make sure that everything was properly in focus. I shifted my attention trying to include both these rocks at the front, hoping to mirror Canisp and Ascent in the background, but I feel the rock facing the left of the image completely destroys the symmetry, and I just don't like the final result with it. I also captured an image here with the northern lights just going off. The complete blanket of cloud means you can't see any of it, however the strange ghostly green glow of them shows just how strong that aurora was that night. So that wraps up our adventures around Suiliven. As I said, I still feel this is one of the nicest hills to photograph. You've got so many options with your directions that you take it, so you can get sunrises, sunsets, auroras if you're lucky, moonrise, moonset, just so many opportunities there. I hope you've enjoyed the video. A like and a subscribe goes a long way. You can find all my images on Instagram at 4pads. There's a link down in the description there. I do also have a project on the go where I'm trying to photograph every lighthouse in Scotland. If you want to check out those videos, they'll be listed down in the profile, and you can also help out with that and donate to my Ko-fi account if you want. So thank you very much for watching and have a nice day.